we wrote this play called Caged that is about the cages, the ones you don't see outside prison for the poor, and the ones that are quite visible in a prison. I would say that that play taught me two principal things. One, the play at its core is really about radical love. The love for families that are disintegrating because of the onslaught of poverty, and the radical love that people within a prison, the bonds that people create within a prison to sacrifice for each other. Radical love, even when you knew that those you were attempting to protect were often doomed, as I think happens in these kinds of environments. The other thing is, it becomes quite evident how mercenary capitalism is. The more vulnerable you are in a capitalist society, the more they prey upon you. So here you have arguably the poorest families in America and everything within a prison. We talk about private prisons, which are a monstrosity, but those are actually a small percentage of prisons in the United States. But in state and federal prisons, everything has been privatized. The commissary is privatized. The medical service is privatized. The phone service, Global Tel-Link, is privatized. The food service, Aramart, is privatized. The money transfer, JPay, is privatized. And so it's just completely mercenary. You're getting, of course, larger and larger numbers of people who are being released heavily in debt. And then if they can't pay their debt back, and many of them can't get jobs, they're funneled right back into prison. It's why within 5 years, coupled with all of the impediments we place upon those who are released from prison, they can't get public assistance. There are all sorts of jobs they're barred from getting, anything basically that needs a license, including a hairdresser. So we have a 76% recidivism rate within 5 years. So I would say the two most powerful points that came out of the writing of that play was, one, the self-sacrifice that people made for each other in these extreme situations, and two, both outside and inside, because most of my students had lived lives where they were constantly evicted. Sheriff's deputies or eviction companies were showing up every few months and throwing all their possessions on the street. They couldn't stay in the same school for any length of time because of these evictions. So the mercenary quality, the heartlessness, the viciousness of unleashed capitalism, which is kind of writ large now throughout the society, but it's especially evident when we look at the lives of the vulnerable.